Well, a day after NDTV Hindu exposed the lack of water, an important passenger amenity in the West Coast Express during its travel from Mangalore to Chennai on Monday, Southern Railway has reacted, saying that the problem was caused by excessive usage of water by the Sabarimala devotees. Now, S. Anantharaman, the divisional railway manager, however, assured that if the passengers report the issue to travelling ticket examiner or the station masters, provision for water will be made immediately.
The last 10 years or so, we've had this problem cropping up now and then during the Sabarimala Ayyappa season. But I also heard that there was a case of water not being available in the West Coast Express, which came from Coimbatore. But it was checked up and found that the coaches were actually watered. But because of excessive use by the devotees, the water ran out. So this is the problem. But because we have been making appeals to Ayyappa devotees, and by and large they have also been responsive to these appeals, this problem has come down drastically.
Well, more developments from the city. Acting on a tip-off, the Chennai Suburban Police unearthed a spurious liquor factory in Madampakkam and seized fake branded liquor bottles worth several lakh rupees. Now, the police also arrested 5 people for running the illicit liquor unit. The cops have seized 2 lakh liquor caps, packing machines, an auto and a bike from the accused, besides fake company lids of an established brand. Now, the accused have allegedly been supplying fake liquor to shops all across the country after manufacturing famous brands of liquor in their factory. Now, the cops, however, admitted that this raid exposed only the tip of the iceberg.
Different type of brands like the Midas, McDonald, then the Bagpipers, MP, all the different brands they are preparing it. They prepare it, they distribute to different places. There, local level they manufacture the spurious liquor. That is, see, so one liquor is prepared. You need what? A bottle, the label, and the lid, which they are preparing here. The labels are printed somewhere else, and then they mix and they prepare the liquor somewhere else, and that is how they prepare one bottle and they sell it. That causes a lot of loss to the government in terms of taxes, and also it is spurious, which is not good for the health of the people also.
And today, the chairman of the Tamil Nadu Electricity Board, or TNEB, was in for a shock at work. The TNEB employees went on a strike this morning demanding the resignation of the chairman, CP Singh. Now, citing his abusive behavior with colleagues, the employees, numbering close to 1,500, staged a protest right in front of the TNEB head office. But tempers were calmed when the chairman himself appeared before the protesting employees and apologized. The strike was called off at 2:30 this afternoon. And now, India's food inflation slowed down for the first time in 6 weeks after Prime Minister Manmohan Singh's government banned onion exports and supplies of potatoes and lentils improved from fresh harvests. Now, the inflation dropped to 16.91% for the week ended January 1st. Food inflation was at a massive 18.32% in the previous week. Now, Union Finance Minister Pranab Mukherjee said that he is confident of bringing down inflation and that further measures to bring down price rise will be announced soon. Now, here's a growing problem as the city surges forward. Where and how do the urban poor fit in the scheme of things? Well, not too well, says a PUCL report. It also says the rights of the urban poor have been denied and violated. In a stinging comment on the state government's policy, the report says that the state government has subverted the National Rehabilitation and Resettlement Policy of 2007 in the name of Chennai's development. Our senior correspondent Peer Mohammed brings us this report.
It was a simple and powerful message to the state government by the PUCL. Do not displace the poor when you embark on development or beautification projects. Instead, come up with a model which will integrate the poor, said the report presented today.
There was a very serious violation of both the national policy on rehabilitation as also in violation of Article 38 of the Indian Constitution. Let me first talk about the right to the city of the urban poor. Now, PUCL holds that it is the right of all people to live with dignity and live in a context in which they secure justice. fairness, equity, and other important principles in the Indian Constitution. This would include the right of the urban poor to live in the city.
Review the land use policy and focus on upgrading housing for the urban poor. These are PUCL suggestions to authorities drafting the city's development plan. Stop the eviction and relocation drive, said the report. Instead, examine existing sites for a feasible alternative and consult with both the public and civil rights activists before planning massive development projects.
This report detailedly talks about everything with based on government facts and figures, okay, and based on our field verification. Till date, the people are complaining that we can't drink the water because there are worms in it. So, and the cremation ground. People do not have a dignified life when they are alive. People do not have a dignified life after they are dead. There's a hardly small cremation ground. Everybody is just, dumped over there, and the half decomposed bodies are thrown off because there is no space for people to be buried. So this talks about the very fact that yes, we need a great, cities are engines of development. We do agree for it. But we also need to talk about inclusive development of the poor in the cities.
Nearly 1 lakh people were displaced and rehoused in Kannagi Nagar and Chemancheri. That was 8 years ago. Till today, there is no proper infrastructure. Healthcare is pathetic, while lack of security for the women and children settled there is a daily nightmare. Activists say the only way for a balanced civil society is to integrate the poor within its limits. In Chennai, with Peer Mohammed, this is Pratiksha Ramkumar for NDTV Hindu.
Well, modern-day divas are eager to leave behind their worries and escape into a world of bliss. Learn more about this exciting trend on the other side.